Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to QHE channel. Alhamdulillah, in this series of videos, we are learning simple Arabic verbs. This is the second session on emphatic verbs. So let's begin, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In this session, inshallah, we will look into the charts of emphatic command and prohibitive verbs. Command verbs, they can come as emphatic, and also prohibitive verbs, they can also come as emphatic. And we are going to look into a couple of examples from Quran. Let's look into the charts of command emphatic verbs. This is our first chart. As you saw this in the series of videos that we have been doing, the first chart, the purple chart, is always regarding the third person male. So in this chart, we're going to look into, I'm going to read only one verb because I told you before in the last session that many of the emphatic conjugations, they usually don't appear in Arabic language. Because of the completeness, we are showing all the conjugations. Okay, so the first one for the active emphatic command verb, لِيَفْعَلَنَّ. So you can see that this is a little different than the standard emphatic verb. Standard emphatic verb has lam fatha at the beginning, right? But because it's command, instead of lam fatha, lam kasra comes at the beginning. Because we know lam kasra is the lam of command. لِيَفْعَلَنَّ. Verily he must do. And the doer is a third person singular male. Let's look into third person female chart. The first word for the active, لِتَفْعَلَنَّ. Verily she must do. Doer is a third person singular female. You can always pause the video to take a close look of the table, or you can take a look into the document that is posted in the description section. Okay, now let's look into the second person male chart. Second person for active or command, we know lam kasra don't come at the beginning. Instead, we have hamzatul wasl. So the first word for the active for the second person male, if'alanna, verily you must do. Second person singular male is the doer. Now let's look into the second person female chart for the emphatic command. If'alinna, verily you must do. The doer is a second person singular female. Now the last chart for emphatic command, inshallah, that is first person, right? First word for the active command, liyaf'alanna. Verily, I must do. Liyaf'alanna, verily, I must do. First person singular or singular male or female. Okay, so these are the charts for emphatic command. Now let's look into the charts for emphatic prohibitive verbs, inshallah. So again, our first chart is regarding third person male. Okay, so the first word for the active, la yaf'alanna. Okay, so over here you can see that we don't have the standard lam fatha for the emphatic verb. Instead, we have the lam fatha alif. This is the prohibitive lam, right? We saw that before. La yaf'alanna. Verily, he must not do. Third person singular male. This conjugation, it appears in Quran. And let's see now third person female. Third person female, the active prohibitive verb, the first one, la taf'alanna. Verily she must not do. The doer is a third person singular female. Now the second person male chart. The first word, لا تفعلن, verily you must not do. The doer is a second person singular male, and this conjugation also appears in Quran. Now the next chart is second person female prohibition, active, emphatic. لا تفعلن, verily you must not do. Over here the you is a second person singular female. And that last chart, inshallah, is first person. لا أفعلن, verily I must not do. Okay, so these are the charts. Now let's look into a couple of examples from Quran, inshallah. So we have a verse here. We are going to browse over and we are going to try find emphatic verb. So one of the way we can see which one is emphatic by the noon shadda at the end. So we see noon shadda on this word, and I also see lam fatha alif. So this is a prohibitive emphatic verb, right? So let's choose this word, inshallah. We can also choose this particle. Okay, inshallah. Let's browse over and see whether we have any more emphatic verb. And there is no more. Okay. Now let's look into the identification, inshallah. So this is our verb, لا يحسبن. This is an emphatic prohibitive active verb. And how do I know it's active? Because the ya has a fatha. And how do I know it's emphatic? Obviously, because noon shadda at the end. And how do I know it's prohibitive? Because we have lam fatha alif at the beginning. So because it's active, so this verb is related to doer, not a subject on which the work is being done. If it was passive, ya will have a dhamma. Okay, so the aspects of the doer is third person singular male. What will be the root letters? Root letters are ha, sin, ba, and they take these patterns. Ha, sin, ba can take more than one pattern. When you look into the dictionary, you can find. In this particular case, it's taking this pattern, hasiba yahsabu. Base meaning to regard or to consider. So what will be the final meaning? Definitely we have to bring the word verily or surely, right? And la gives must not. So how would we translate this word? Verily he must not consider. Okay, let's look into one more example, inshallah. Okay, let's browse over. And again, just like the previous verse at the beginning, we see an emphatic verb, right? We see nun shadda at the beginning, at the end, and we also see lam fatha alif at the beginning. So this is a prohibitive emphatic verb. So let's pick this word, inshallah. Okay, now let's continue browsing, inshallah, to see if we have any more emphatic verb. So obviously we're looking for nun shadda at the end. This is also an emphatic verb, but this has a dhamir attached to it. We haven't covered, but you can tell this is an emphatic verb. Emphatic verb, it has a dhamir attached to it. And that's it. So let's look into the identification, inshallah. Okay. So our word that we picked, la tahsabanna. Obviously, this is an emphatic prohibitive active verb because ta has a fatha. Aspects of the doer, second person singular male. Okay, it could be second person singular female, but we know from this verse this is second person singular male. Root letters Hasinba, just like before, hasiba yahsabu, and the base meaning to regard or to consider. So the final meaning, verily, you must not consider. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So we finished our session on emphatic verbs. We did 2 sessions on emphatic verbs. Alhamdulillah. Let's see what's coming up next. In the next session, inshallah, we will learn about pronouns and especially pronouns that are attached to verbs. Okay, and definitely we will practice some examples from Quran, inshallah. Until next time, please keep us in your dua. May Allah grant barakah on all your efforts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.